right, in these videos for worksheet 4-2 for the class Discovering Pre-Algebra Part 2, we're going to be going over sales tax or fees in these word problems. So remember that when we do this, we're looking for the price versus the percentage of what your total bill. And we're looking for before tax or fee and after tax or fee. All right, so Colton buys a Star Wars action figure. He buys it for this price. So this is what he pays before. All right, which is 100% of his bill. That's what he bought. Taxes are something that we pay above and beyond our bill. So we're actually paying 106% of our bill whenever we pay taxes. Okay, and we're going to put that over X. So now all we have to do is either crisscross or do our opposite operation, whatever method that you use to do these, and it's going to all come out like this though. Usually there are a couple methods that don't, like if you divide first then multiply. All right, but at any rate, our total bill is going to end up being $52.98. All right, Liam wants to buy a new laptop with his savings. The laptop he wants costs $1,099. That's the total amount of the laptop, which is 100% of the price of the laptop. But he's going to pay above 100%. He's going to pay 106%. All right, which we don't know what his total bill is, but we know this is how much money he has. So we have to see if he can buy this laptop. So let's go ahead and do the math. No matter which way you do it, you should get to this stage. And that means that the full price is $1,164.94. Okay, and this is under the range of what he has to spend, so yeah, he's good to go. All right, so yeah, he can buy it. The answer is yes. He has enough. All right, Dominic buys a moon bounce for his sister's birthday from Go to the Moon Party Rentals. The fee is $55 per hour for 3-hour max and a 12% late fee if he does not return it within 3 hours. Dominic doesn't return the moon bounce for 4 hours and must pay the late fee. What is his total bill? Well, first, it's $55 per hour, which he does 4 of. Even though he has a late fee, he still has to pay for all 4 hours. So that is going to make a total for just the moon bounce of $220. All right. Now he has a 12% late fee, which, like sales tax, is something you pay above and beyond the total. So 220 is 100% of the price for the moon bounce, but he's going to pay 112% for the moon bounce. And I don't know how much that is going to be. I'm going to have to do some math to figure that out. And no matter how I do my math, I'm going to end up somewhere in this realm, multiplying those two and dividing by that. And we're going to find that X equals $246.40. That is his total cost. He's going to pay like 26 some dollars in late fees. Edison rents a snowboard for the day. He had such a blast he loses track of time and returns to the board late. The rental was $45 per hour for 2 hours and his late fee is 9%. The sales tax is 8%. What is Edison's total? So he returns it late and the rental is $45 for 2 hours. Okay, it doesn't tell us how many hours. Let me make sure. Okay, so just 2 hours. So that is going to mean that he has to pay $90 for the snowboard and a 9% late fee. So let's figure out late fee before we figure out tax. All right, so his late fee on it, because this is the way they would do it. They would do it consecutively because it's going to be less money if you don't, okay? All right, so after the late fee, we owe $98.10. Now I need to figure out the tax. We got our total bill. Our bill has been totaled, okay? Now we got to figure out the tax part, which is 108. We're paying 8% more than. All right, and our total bill is going to be 105, and I'm going to round this up to money, and 95 cents. So because he turned it in late, he goes from owing $90 to after tax and late fees $105.95. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, 8 questions. So 4 more. We're halfway through. Cheyenne bought new ice skates from Urban Outfitters. The receipt says the total bill was $376.92. If the sales tax is 8%, what is the original cost of the skates? So now I got to figure out the original cost given our after. So remember, it goes before, after, dollars, and percent. So I have the after. I have after we paid 108% of the bill, but I don't know what the before is. All right, so I have to do this math. I have to do my 376.92 times 100 divided by 108. And that is going to be before tax. Her ice skates were $349. All right, so we can even go backwards, okay? We can find the original cost given our total after tax. Okay, so Aiden goes to Starbucks and makes purchase of a drink and snacks for him and his friends. He pays $26.85. If the sales tax is 6%, what was the cost of the drinks and snacks? So this is the total because we want what the original was, okay? So when I set this up before tax, we don't know how much it is, but that's 100%. After tax, it's going to be $26.85, and we're going to pay 106% of the total of what we're buying. So we're paying above what it costs at Starbucks, and if we do that proportion, if we do the math, we're going to get $25.33. That's how much it cost before. You notice I'm not doing the math as much anymore. And that is because by this point in the class, you should know how to do a proportion. All right, very good, very good. 2 more. Ellie, or Eli, or something like that. Eli and his brother decided to rent a recording studio to record their heavy metal album. They paid for 2 hours, but went over their time and had to pay a penalty of 21%. Oh my goodness. If the total bill was $102.70, what was the cost of the recording studio per hour? So they paid for 2 hours, but they went into the third. They went over their time. Okay, so first thing I need to do is figure out what the penalty was. So that, I don't know what the original was, but I know that's 102.70 over 121. So I got to do this math real quick, and it's going to be 102.70 divided by that 121, or you can multiply it to the 100, then divide. It really is up to you. And we're going to get x equals 84.88. Now we need to divide this by the 3 hours because he paid for 2 but went over into the third. Okay, so 84.88 divided by 3 hours is going to roughly be 28.29 per hour. Martha and Matthew go to an art exposition and park their car in the parking garage. The limit on parking is 3 hours, and cars that stay longer than that are charged an additional 7%. If there is a total of $33.48, what was the cost per hour for parking? Okay, so we parked for 3 hours, and there's an additional charge. So obviously they must have went over the limit into 4 hours. Setting it up. That's the cost. You need to first figure out what it was before the penalty. So the total before the penalty was 31.29. Divide that by the 4 hours. And it's $7.82 per hour. All right, that's it for worksheet 4-2. I'll see you guys in class when we will go over, let's see, if we're up to here, then we should be getting ready for discounts and markups.